भाई मजबूरी में अगर पैसा नहीं होगा तो सुबह अगर जल्दी उठ के फिर हम लोगों को जंगल में जाना पड़ता है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे तो इतनी सुविधा है नहीं, हमारे घर पे तो है नहीं। अगर पैसा होता तो चले जाते, नहीं होते तो फिर जंगल में जाते। इधर लोग शर्म तो आई होती है, जेंट्स लोग हमारे को देखते हैं।
Hello everyone, I hope you guys enjoying a look at India, yes, a country when nearly 240 million people still have to openly defecate due to lack of sanitation.
Although some poor people who have been removed from these slums have been given some rooms in the new buildings which are created by taxpayers' money, 95% of slums will remain for long time with no government help, and even the buildings in which the former slum resident Indians live, they didn't turn out to be what people expected either. Why? Look at this. Even if the government offer them clean free houses, they will still ruin it with garbage, urinate there. You can't expect a pig to groom itself and its house like a cat. The only thing that they need first is civic sense education and heavy punishment, not free benefits for the sake of votes from these uneducated people.
Have you guys noticed how bad the sewer system is in India? Well, over 600 million people lack proper sewer system and clean water. The wastes get jammed in the sewer line, creating floods that spreads these toxic wastes everywhere. The Clean India campaign is nothing but an empty slogan since 2011 that didn't solve any of these issues, and not to forget Delhi is becoming unlivable from pollution. And the mosquitoes being born from this mess kills million people yearly.
While China is building 600 kilometers per hour speed maglev trains, Indian government can barely provide tap waters to most houses in village and rural areas. So the people there have to bring it from far away, wasting time and energy they could use to do something more productive. And even then these waters needs to be boiled and filtered again to be usable for food or drinking.
If India is really developing country, why they don't have clean tap water? And needs to be boiled to drink and not even available all the time? Because it's a third world country. If middle class were not given the burden of all these taxes like 30%, then they could help grow more small business, giving more jobs. That's why 95% of startups fail in India, and Modi could care less. The garbage you see on the roads are not even the worst part.
Honestly, this whole issue of gutka munching and spitting has become so bad of addiction that you see people randomly spitting on someone's head. Spitting this red poison on roads, steers, walls, trains, and Indian police, although arrest and fine some of them in certain places, it's not even close to ending pan masala consumption. At this point, it seems they are competing for who can make India the most dirty as a sport. India is the perfect example why democracy doesn't always work. It has its flaws. It's not perfect. India needs dictatorship to teach them some civic sense and make them employable in legit way. Just think of it, some of them literally bath in the sewage water and sells pani puri with same dirty hands after drying up. Dragging entire brown race down with them, not just Indians. Foreign people think all brown people are Indian and starts hating them after watching these kind of scenes. India is the perfect example why democracy doesn't always work. It has its flaws. It's not perfect. India needs dictatorship to teach them some civic sense and make them employable in legit way. Just think of it, some of them literally bath in the sewage water and sells pani puri with same dirty hands after drying up. Dragging entire brown race down with them, not just Indians. Foreign people think all brown people are Indian and starts hating them after watching these kind of scenes.
They brag about their achievements all the time, but what has really changed in all these years based on stats?
I say nothing.
When foreigners watch these videos, they just assume every place in India looks like this. And your responsibility is not to lecture them about this fact, but work on improving most parts of India in hygiene and civic sense. Otherwise, the people from developed countries will always keep hating and alienating you, and all you can do is boast about how great India used to be and other excuses. Let's talk about this. Traffic jam used to not be so bad, but nowadays India is becoming like Bangladesh with too many traffic jams, and constant honking ruins people's ears due to narrow roads and too much vehicles in that country, and we are talking about speed down to 14 kilometers per hour in many parts of India on average. That's a total disaster for transport, medical care, and time management, which directly affects the economy terribly.
And the truth is, Modi alone can't solve this issue because people don't want to change. Most Indians don't want to see their country clean and succeed. The fact that Modi and his Hindutva religious puppets are even in position of power because of these idiots is proof why India will remain a third world country.